Hi, everyone. Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and creator of 3 Day Weekends Coaching. I am so glad to be here to do another business leadership in 15 minutes on Tuesday. And this week, I'm talking about something that was really something that we've been talking to a lot of clients and business owners with. It's really the change in the workforce today. People have been talking about that so much in so many different industries. And I work with shop owners, auto shop owners, people that are in the trades, and some of these are even family businesses. And I really like this group. I admire and respect them. And this topic does come up quite often, but especially so last week. People were really talking about it. And here's my take on, what's happening. This week is change with a changing workforce because the workforce of today is a different workforce than years ago in some ways. Not in everybody, but in some ways. So people want to be valued and respected. That has happened. It's timeless. That's been happening for generations. And when they don't feel valued and respected, that's when there are problems, in the workforce. But for today's conversation, I want to really unpack this in this way of owners and people getting stuck. So we all can get stuck at times. It's really a common thing, getting stuck in our own way, our old ways, or what we're used to. Because, let's face it, it's comfortable and the way we do things. It's what we know, it's what we're used to, but it doesn't mean that there isn't a better way to do something. So, interesting thing here is last week I attended an advisory meeting for a local technical high school. And this was specifically the automotive department. And it was really great to meet others in the automotive industry, and have our concerns for the industry heard and validated because all of us definitely had concerns. And the apprenticeship programs was really the main topic for this meeting. We all went around the room and we shared our thoughts. And it was really interesting. And I was a little bit surprised for myself on how some thought that money was the main or the only thing that motivated people. So they were coming at from that perspective. Well, it was just money, it was just income. And that was really what motivated people. So the second thing, when I think back about apprenticeship programs, because that was the main topic, there were some students that had actually come back to this school as instructors. They had gone, they had worked out in the field, and then they came back. And I really wanted to hear their input. I wanted to, understand what they were thinking and what they were experiencing today as new people in the industry. And the funny thing is they said that it wasn't all about money. It was about being valued. It was about being appreciated. And that made the biggest impact on them staying in a company. So they decided to come back to the school and now they are instructors in the automotive department. They said that they wouldn't stay at a company that paid well but didn't treat them with respect. So it went hand in hand. And I mean, I know it was only a couple of people, but I'm hearing this more and more. And for me, it validates this feeling, this way of thinking that I have, that it's not always the money that motivates people, but yet that's what we really focus on. And we think it's only money. So I really appreciated these students, their insights and their candor. You could tell they were maybe a little apprehensive about, being so candid, but I really did appreciate it. So this is a new workforce, in positioning the automotive industry as a viable and rewarding career opportunity is needed now more than ever. It really and truly is. It always was, but now it's really needed because we all know that we have a skills gap and we have a changing workforce now. So I encourage everyone who is on this live stream and who is watching the replay, get involved. I encourage you to do that. Please be an example of professionalism and a resource to the next generation coming into the industry. Show it, position it as a viable career opportunity. So here are some ways that you can get involved. An advisory board. People are actually looking for other business owners to join their advisory board. It is so valuable. They're the instructors at the schools. They have the departments, but they really want to know, what do you need for the people that are coming into the industry? It's important. Industry associations are also very important because through industry associations, you will meet people from all over the country and you'll be able to share and learn from them and keep yourself current. The next suggestion is career days or career nights. They do these at schools. They do them on the middle school level, high school level, and it's an opportunity for you to go in and talk to students about a career in your field. Job shadowing. That's another opportunity for you to have a student come into your shop, your place of business, and they can shadow someone else and learn a little bit about the day to day. Apprenticeships, those are huge because that's really building our own, training our own to be into the field. And there are organized ways of doing this. You don't have to come up with an apprenticeship program yourself. You don't have to start it from, the ground up. There are many that are already out there that have been created. Shop tours and events. You can invite people to come in and tour your shop. Young people that are interested in a career in this field, or they have some interest in becoming a tech or becoming a service advisor, or whatever role in your industry that they're interested in. It's a great way for them to come in and learn a little bit about it. Events are wonderful as well because you bring the community in and they get to know you and they get to see that you're part of the community. And lastly, I want to suggest speaking, going in and speaking at a school, do mock interviews. That's another form of speaking, but it's a give and take. They get an idea of what an interview is like, and it's a practice. A mock interview is a practice interview. So they're a little bit better prepared. And you can give them a general idea of what an employer is looking for when they're doing an interview. So it really gives them some insight. So there are many ways to support the next generation. I will be attending another advisory meeting at a local college, in fact, this week. And in a couple of weeks, it's going to be a career night presentation to eighth graders and their parents. And I enjoy it when the parents are there because parents are huge, huge influencers to their children. And they really make a difference on steering their children into different fields or different career paths, huge influencers. And it's surprising for them when they come up afterwards and they'll say to us, we had no idea all the opportunities in the automotive industry. They found coming to our session very valuable to them. So when we think about this, I think that there are all of these ways of supporting, but it's also, I share these things about my involvement because I hear it over and over again that it's hard to find good people. That's what people are saying to me all the time in all industries. It's not just in automotive. It's not just in skilled trades. In so many different industries, people are saying the same thing. And there's signs up everywhere that people are looking to hire. But if we dive a little bit deeper, I'm not saying that that's not true, that it's not hard to find good people. I'm not saying it isn't true. But I believe that it's even harder to find good owners and leaders today because owners and leaders are frustrated. And we may not realize that that's showing. So step out of your comfort zone and really, really get involved. And I want to share with you how simple an example. I want to give you an example of one of those, a career night. So if you were going to go into a career night or career day, I want to give you an example of the breakdown of what they're actually looking for. So schools want different professionals. They want people from different careers, different industries, so that these kids can be exposed to that. They feel that greater exposure to careers at a younger age really encourages students to explore different vocational opportunities. So that's why they do them. And it's really important. The students that attend a career night are asked to complete projects that are based on the information that they receive that evening. So, from your session and the other sessions that they attend, this is just one example of one of the schools, what they want you to include in your presentation: starting salary, job description, and what a typical day looks like. That's really where we spend most of the time in our presentation. They want to know education requirements to enter this profession. We also include the continued learning to work your way up and have really a career in that space. And they want to know like the average length of a work week, and what does a work week look like. So, and you can include all kinds of, fun things, but those are the really basics. So it's not that hard. I mean, you can put this together. And if anybody has any questions on putting together a career night presentation, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And I'd be happy to walk you through mine. So remember that this is an issue that we're all having, but if you're not part of the solution, if you're not getting actively involved, then you're actually part of the problem. And I really want to encourage you to ask yourself this question: what has your experience been as a resource to the next generation? So when you think about working with the younger generation, or this next generation that's coming into the workforce in our industry, what has your experience been like? Has it been positive? Has it been negative? And have you looked at it as you being a resource to them, and how you can serve them, how you can guide them? So that's it for this week's Business Leadership in 15 Minutes. And I always look forward to these. I look forward to next week's. If you find this valuable, whether you're online now, live, or you are on the replay, don't hesitate to share it with someone, because it's so important that we give back and we learn from one another. So thanks again for being here, and please have an enjoyable week.